Let me tell a terrifying secret for adults who believe they will get rich by blindly trusting delivery apps. Are you making the naive mistake of thinking you will make massive money just by receiving orders easily? You must completely wake up from that idiotic vain dream, right? This exact instant to save your restaurant. These delivery companies are never your kind, partners trying to genuinely help your small business succeed. They are starving hunters who quietly rob your precious store, blind while you are completely unaware. The moment the order rings for the food, you sweated to make all night, something terrible finally happens. They throw a sweet bait, called convenience, to quickly snatch away every penny you painstakingly earned. Every time you suffer in a cramped kitchen to sell one dish, the money left in your hands is non-existent. The vast majority of the money you earned working day and night is sucked into the wallets of the apps. You boast that you are a wonderful owner, but you are just a pitiful slave cooking for free for a monster. Are you feeling happy because your sales numbers show huge amounts of money on your glowing computer screen? After deducting the incredibly expensive commissions, your old bank account will always remain entirely empty. If you are agonizing over planting expensive digital flags to put your restaurant at the top, be extremely careful. You have become a pitiful hamster, trapped inside a narrow digital prison built to keep you running forever. The second terrifying fact is that they cruelly use and discard delivery riders like heavily disposable batteries. Massive delivery apps treat people exactly like emotionless machines. By constantly sending incredibly scary notifications, they absolutely do not care if a pitiful rider violently slips and gets hurt, riding a motorcycle on a rainy day. They are only madly obsessed with the aggressive speed of their highly lucrative commissions, entering their accounts, an evil system that maliciously induces riders to forcefully ignore red lights to earn. A few cents is the true devilish face. This is not fair and honest labor, but the most despicable exploitation business that heavily squeezes human blood. The more delivery calls you aggressively take, the faster they will violently gnaw at your weak flesh and bones. Eventually, when your body aggressively breaks down and your expensive motorcycle completely fails, they will abandon you. From the very beginning, this scary racehorse game was cunningly calculated so that you can absolutely never safely win. You must quickly realize your fancy freelance title is actually a highly dangerous and truly miserable slave contract. The third terrible truth is that the terrifying discount coupon competition makes innocent restaurant owners poor forever. To forcefully show your restaurant first among countless options, you must scatter extremely expensive promotional coupons. However, this cruel money-burning game is completely endless. So if you stop your events for one day, your restaurant violently falls. The owner right next to you will brutally snatch away your precious customers by blindly offering significantly more money. Ultimately, local owners violently fight each other to absolute death, leaving completely not a single dime in their tired hands. This incredibly cunning digital system is the highly unfair reason why your bank account remains completely empty every single day. This hellish competition is a very evil trick that forcefully makes owners brutally bite each other strictly without any mercy. Keep in mind that the money you painfully earned with sad tears is absolutely never meant to safely protect your beloved family. That precious money vanishes completely into thin air to generously buy incredibly expensive buildings for the deeply lazy app executives. This is exactly like you aggressively betting your entire fortune every single night in an intensely legally rigged casino. The fourth terrible secret is the truly terrifying fact that absolutely not a single name on the customer list is genuinely yours. No matter how generously you give out completely free dumplings, customers only selfishly think they ordered from a delivery app. The giant digital monster is most deeply afraid of you, exchanging contact information directly with your very own precious customers. If you independently create intensely loyal customers and receive direct phone orders, their highly lucrative commissions vanish completely. By helplessly entrusting everything to the giant monster without fighting, you are terribly living with a ticking time bomb on your chest. You are not a truly wonderful boss, but merely a pitiful goldfish, blindly waiting for incredibly cheap food inside a tiny fishbowl. A truly skilled boss perfectly knows the highly real method of directly communicating and fiercely protecting incredibly reliable true regulars. The more you helplessly hand over all your precious rights to the comfortable app, your strong independence completely rots away entirely. Later, even if those intensely evil companies suddenly raise their extremely cruel commissions. You will become a highly miserable, helpless slave. You must aggressively break out of the highly sweet digital prison they beautifully set up with extremely deeply sugar-coated deceptive words. The final thing you absolutely must deeply do is violently draw your highly sharp sword from the disgusting grasp of those giant platforms. You must completely heavily stop the highly miserable act of being blindly satisfied with the tiny crumb-like, extremely cheap penny orders. You are not a pathetic cooking machine strongly trapped in a digital prison, but must truly become the real independent owner of a store. Never forcefully forget that while delivery apps loudly pretend to warmly help, they are deeply scary and entirely extremely cruel digital vampires. While you pitifully live as an incredibly weak cooking slave, they aggressively throw immensely luxurious corporate parties, heavily mocking you. The real proven path to certainly fiercely earn massive amounts of pure money is absolutely never a cowardly life of paying huge commissions. You must aggressively build your ultimate power right now to survive to the very absolute end, completely and heavily alone in the dark jungle. You must strictly boldly grasp your own truly incredibly sharp weapon that powerfully allows you to confidently receive direct customer phone orders. Never carelessly ignore the truly heavily scary warning that if you utterly fail to firmly act now, you will literally starve to death miserably. A true real owner is an incredibly brave wild beast who boldly hunts to securely, violently, seize purely fresh raw meat totally independently.